They think I'm crazy.
Come in, Ray.
It is not I who am crazy.
Lightning never strikes twice in the same place.
I'd like to introduce Space Ghost.
Nice to meet me.
Like I said, you're the captain.
Prepare to surge to sublight speed.
Hold on to your butts.
Hey, welcome.
To Nate has an hour to fill. Yes.
Welcome to 2017, everyone.
Wow. I can't believe it's already 2017. I can't believe it's almost February.
Actually, that's what I was going to say. It's not only 2017. We waited until the end of the month to do this. So,
yeah.
that was...
Well, at least we got one in January.
Well, you're assuming I'm going to have this edited and put online in time.
That's okay. It's still recorded in January.
Yes, it's January 29th.
Oh, my
to be
goodness.
specific.
Yes.
2 days before the end of the month, so...
Yeah, well, it still counts.
Well, yes. Welcome, travelers, to Nate has an hour to fill, and I'm not your host, Phil Mackey, and this is not your host, Nate Heberlein, sitting next to me.
And Phil is not your moderator either.
No, that's what I meant. Sorry, I guess I am. Okay, we are your hosts, but we're not your moderators.
Don't worry, we're not leaving you. There's not two new people coming in. We're still hosting. Nate has an hour to fill.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that at all.
Well, I mean, you scared them. I think.
I'm sorry. Yes.
We're not your moderators, though.
Look at their faces. I
know.
I completely frightened
I can just imagine them.
I'm sorry, everybody. It won't happen again. All right. So
Phil, what do you mean by that? I'm worried now. What do you mean you're not the moderator?
Well, what I'm saying is you and I are both collectively moderator. We are all moderator.
Oh wow, that seems to defy the rules.
Yes, it's spitting in the face of the rules actually. So Nate and I talked about it long and hard, and by that I mean slightly before this conversation is airing.
There was lots of thought put into it.
There was lots of thought put into it, but not lots of discussion.
Not lots of communication.
Right.
That's okay.
But I ran it by Nate, and I said, Nate, I think we should get rid of the moderator idea. And Nate said, I agree. That was a horrible idea. Why did we ever do that?
Yes.
I'm paraphrasing.
As I pulled into the parking lot to get barbecue.
Yes, that's true.
No, but I did say that I agree. It is a good idea to change, and change is not a bad thing.
No.
So
until we find something that I think is so impenetrable that we can't stop doing it, until that happens, I see no reason why we can't play with the format of this show.
I agree. I think we've already kind of played with the format, the layout of the show, where we've added new game segments and we brought on special guests, and we had our very random impromptu off the book
off the cuff. If it's off book, that seems like it's illegal.
Well, it was, but the 2016 closeout episode. So,
oh right,
that one was very, very much
yes, we were just
not had anything to do with
anything.
That's right. It was a show about nothing.
Yes.
Wow, it sounds like.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So, what direction are you thinking of taking this show?
So we're both taking the show into
what direction should we take this show, Phil?
Right. So we're gonna keep doing the talks about stuff that is interesting to us in the pop culture world.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yes, and media. We're not stopping that, but we are removing some other stuff as well. We're gonna take away, at least for now, any game show related elements, because to be frank with you audience members, it was kind of not fun to put it together. Like, it was fun to, I guess, in the moment to do it, but like coming up with the stuff to say to each other was just kind of awkward.
It's true. He speaks the truth.
Yeah.
We spent the last few minutes leading up to the show when we did those game show segments, racking our brain, trying to come up with. If I was the moderator, I would not only have to come up with a would you rather, But I would also have to come up with 5 questions for 5 and 5, and
Yeah.
and he would have to do the same.
And
So
it was just like, I just want to talk with Nate for an hour. I don't want to, like, think. So
yeah, this is like the 1 hour of the day aside from sleeping where there's no thinking involved.
wait, that sounds really bad. I don't want to try. That's what I meant. Like, we don't have to try to have good conversation, so we shouldn't have to try so hard.
That's true, because how many times have we been eating or just as we're driving somewhere,
Right.
we have the best conversations, and
Right.
you're usually the one to point out. You're like, whoa, dang it, this should be
Yes.
we should be recording this. This should be on the show.
Let's start.
And so
Let's stop having that conversation, and then we don't bring it up on the show, and then
Well,
I'm
there
like,
you
well,
go.
we got it out of our system in the moment. So.
that's true.
But here's what we are going to introduce into the show.
I'm so excited.
I'm not going to tell you yet.
Oh, okay.
Because we're thirsty.
Oh, I am thirsty. Yes.
So Nate, I picked these up especially with you in mind because
thanks.
because they're strawberry flavored sodas.
Oh, how did you know?
You're such a strawberry lover that
I am.
I figured that, like, you should probably have a strawberry soda to start the new year.
Sometimes I feel like a strawberry.
Right. I don't know what that means.
I feel red and full
Out of season?
Yes. Yes. Red and full of seeds.
Oh, that's horrible. This is good though. The soda's good. The soda's good. Your comment was horrible. This is by Sky Valley Organic, which we had some stuff from them last year. Sorry. Sky Valley we're out of Virginia. They're out of.
No, we are not. We are out of Texas. We are not out of Virginia.
Sorry, yes, but the drink is out of Virginia.
Oh, yes. The drink is out of Virginia.
Yes, and Danville apparently.
Apparently.
But yeah, it's
Dan has his own city, huh?
He does. Go to organicvillefoods.com if you want to see more about Sky Valley Organic Sodas.
Oh, this is tasty. Oh, wow. You're right. This is very tasty.
It's like biting into a strawberry.
It actually is.
Minus the part where my teeth do anything.
Well, I mean, you could try to chew it, as it's...
If you add cornstarch to it, maybe. I don't know.
Doesn't it have cornstarch?
No, it doesn't. And what I like about this company is
that?
they don't have any high fructose corn syrup.
That is nice.
They have organic cane sugar, which is great because I am, believe it or not, folks, kind of allergic to high fructose corn syrup.
No way.
Good thing I wasn't drinking right when you did that. So anyway, the reason why I brought up the beverages, besides the fact that I was actually thirsty, and besides it's the top of the show,
That's
is
true.
that,
That's true.
So we have given Nate his own segment.
What?
Much to my better judgment. No, I'm kidding. But it's gonna be called Nate's Beer Goggles, everybody.
Yes.
So the everybody isn't part of it. It's Nate's Beer Goggles.
Yes.
And then everybody.
Everybody is
addressing the
invited
audience.
to wear them. Yes.
Yes. And so Nate, why don't you tell everybody what Nate's Beer Goggles? I guess we're not doing it tonight.
Well, it'll be like an introduction to Nate's Beer Goggles.
Okay. Well, introduce us then. Take it away, Nate.
Yes, and then we'll talk about what we've been up to for the last month. But yes, so right, so this is
This
not
is where
following...
a moderator would have helped
right.
out.
Well,
he's
not important anymore, so
That's right.
So we can do it in any order that we want
That's
to.
right. No moderation needed.
That's right, and apparently no format. That's right. So Nate's Beer Goggles is going to be a part of the show. I'm not really going to script it necessarily, but I'm going to be doing a little prep work prior to each episode. And I
like where that's going.
Yes.
Prep work in the form of what, Nate? I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, you can guess. I am going to be showcasing, not visually, but because there's no video to this, but verbally. Tastefully. Yes.
Literally.
Yes. Tastefully showcasing a new beer. Alcoholic beverage on this show.
But when you say new, you mean like one that
I've never had.
You've never had,
yes,
because I haven't had much beer at all, so it would all be new to me.
Well, maybe to play it safe at first, we'll do a new one that you've never had because
that's like every beer out there.
I've had a lot of different types of beer.
I've had maybe like 3 kinds of beer.
All right, well, I'm changing a little bit here. We're going to be doing a new beer that Phil has never tried.
What? That's
Yes.
a horrible idea. Okay.
Well, it just gives me more
Incentive?
wiggle room to bring on beer that, you know,
Okay.
that I've tasted so I can speak to them.
So we're gonna have this beer before we get on the air, is what you're saying.
Yes, we're going to be doing the show intoxicated.
Oh. Well.
Yes.
It's about to get a lot more interesting, folks.
That's right. If you thought we were crazy to listen to before when it was just, fruity beverages, yes, now it's alcoholic beverages.
Right.
That's, no, I'm only kidding, guys. I'm not going to be actually opening the beer, and it might even be an empty bottle that I've previously drank.
He's going to review a label.
That's right. Well, I mean, the bottle will still be present, but
Okay.
it might be empty and open and empty or closed and full.
We're in the right city for this, I think.
That is true. Austin is full of breweries
Drunks?
and well, yes, there are lots of drunks, but we're gonna leave them out of this.
Oh, okay.
Austin has a lot of local breweries and microbrews sold in stores. A lot of which are not just liquor stores, but like Whole Foods and Central Market. They have a rather large beer section, oddly enough.
Actually, Whole Foods has a bar.
Yes, it does.
I have not gone to yet, but you have.
I have. It's a lot of fun. It's in one of the locations. Actually the new. I think it's maybe not the newest. I think the Bee Cave one is newer. But it's over at the Domain. For any of you listeners who are here in Austin or know Austin, it's at the Domain Shopping Center, and it is it's a rather large Whole Foods. It's got an upstairs dining area.
Yep.
Obviously all the groceries are downstairs, but it's got a bar.
And even farther downstairs, they have
the parking garage
and a massage parlor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well,
that's pretty cool.
It's one person. But
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
They kind of took the layout, the architecture from the downtown, from the main headquarters, where they have the sub-level is the parking garage, and then they have the shopping, and then above it they have, downtown one's really cool because they have like rooftop seating where you can sit and there's a little playground, and in the wintertime they freeze over part of it and do an ice skating rink. It's actually very cool. But
this part of the show brought to you by Whole Foods.
That's right. We just love Whole Foods so much that we thought we'd give them a good word.
That's right.
But yeah, it's got an upstairs dining area. Anyway, it's got a refrigerated section where you can actually walk in and pick cold beer, which is really cool. And then next to it is an actual bar where you can order a burger and have a craft beer in a mug and sit down and just chit chat.
And they have food, I heard.
Yes, they have food. That you can.
They have burgers.
Burgers made homemade every day.
Yeah.
The patties, the meat is fresh every day, and the fries and everything. So
I think we'll have to make a trip over there and then pick a beer.
Yes.
And then talk about it here.
Yes, I think that's a great idea, and I think that's until we exhaust their selection, which I don't think we're going to. That will probably be where we get the beer from, just because it's local. A lot of them are local, and
within relatively easy driving distance.
Well, that's true too. It's 10 minutes down the street. So if that,
depending on
traffic.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 10 minutes.
Well, so we'll say it's 10 minutes. But yeah, we can go there, get some food, and try new beer, and talk about it on the show.
Almost any new beer is a new beer to me.
That's right.
I don't drink a lot of beer, folks. It's just
that's okay. It's all right. You've we'll get into it, I guess, in a little bit.
Yes.
But you've been trying out more of the beer world. Which is cool.
Yes, you and I decided to go to a place called Sherlock's recently, and Sherlock's is great. It's a little Irish pub-ish thing, and the reason why we were going there primarily is because my schedule sort of goes up in the air, and sometimes there's not a lot of places to go where they are open past a certain hour.
After hours, yeah.
It is nice to go somewhere that is open till 2 a.m. And so, yeah, we've done that, and I've tried a couple beers.
Yeah.
Thanks to Nate encouraging it. And, I think so far the two that I've had, I like. So
the first one more than the second one, right?
Yeah, but the second one I didn't have like an opposition to it where I could never have it again. I find that for me as a new beer drinker, I can have like a fifth of a glass, and I'm good.
And you're good, huh?
And I don't know what it is. It kind of fills me up in a way that I wasn't thinking a drink would, and so I'm just sort of like done after a while.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A beer is it's a hearty beverage, that's for sure. And it doesn't matter if it's a lighter beer or a darker beer. I mean, obviously, the darker it is,
I noticed that though. I thought
yeah.
the lighter one would have been like, lighter, and it was just as filling. Actually.
Yeah, it's just as filling. Some people say that the darker ones, kind of the richer, maltier ones, particularly, let's say, like an extra stout. Not to get too technical.
Talking about beers here.
Talk about beer. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
got
it. Those are, you can, quote unquote, you can chew on them a little more, and it's more of a almost like a meal. You can nurse one of those, and it's it's kind of like you don't really necessarily need to eat a meal with it. You can maybe snack on something salty. But anyway, that's getting technical, and this is the kind of stuff that I'll be covering. Not that I'm a beer expert, but
compared to me, I would say you are a connoisseur of beer.
I am actually.
You're the king of beers.
Between the two of us, yes.
I'm the Joker. So it's a root beer for me. That's what I am.
But not your father's root beer.
No. What does that mean?
It's a beer. It's a beer that's called Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna have you try it sometimes. It actually tastes like root beer.
I can't even get the references to what we're talking about.
Don't worry.
So left out.
The more we do this, the more you'll be able to.
The more I'll be able to not drive. Yes, that's probably
yes. Right. That's why we do these in the evening, because once I leave, I know you're in for the night.
Right.
So
That's very true. Thanks. Yep. See you later, Phil. Enjoy sleeping that off.
That's right.
Well, cool. Well, so we should probably besides trying out new beers.
Yes.
What's been going on since 2016, Nate?
Oh my goodness.
Well, okay, that's kind of broad. What's been going on the last month? Because that's really what we're talking about here.
The last 29, 30 days, whatever.
Yeah.
Goodness. Well, I am going to be moving here very soon.
Spit take.
Yes.
No, there's no spit take. I knew you were moving. Yeah.
Spit shine. Yes.
Shine.
You just watched it. How do you not get that reference?
Spit shine. Oh wait. We just that was a reference to something.
Yeah. We didn't watch it. You watched it. You just bought it.
What the heck did I? I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember right now.
Lemony Fresh.
No, you got to tell me. I can't remember.
Space Jam.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Oh come on, you just watched it.
I did just watch it, but I forgot it.
Oh, anyway.
That's how great that movie was.
Yeah, it was better than.
I gotta say, I'm sorry.
It was more memorable to me, anyway.
I know. I'm sorry to say that I'm not like.
You like Back in Action better, don't you?
Yeah, Looney Tunes Back in Action, which you haven't seen yet, right?
I have not, but you own it, right?
No, I'm going to be owning it.
Oh my goodness, you need to own it.
I know.
Okay.
I was gonna buy it the other day, and then Best Buy returned they got rid of their free shipping thing.
Oh, that's lame.
Like, yeah, and I said, because the holidays ended. I'm like, yeah, but you guys had it going beyond holidays the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So they ended free shipping, and I was like,
wow, I'm not gonna be buying stuff online for that.
It was gonna be $4 to ship a single Blu-ray, and I was like,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't buy it.
That's an old movie. It's like half the price of the movie.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to do that. I went, no, I'm not spending $4 in shipping
to get an $8 or $9 movie. Yeah. So
anyway, not bashing Best Buy. I just
no, but
Anyway.
Shame on them for getting rid of their free shipping.
A little bit.
Anyway, this isn't about Best Buy.
No.
What have I been up to? I am going to be moving here in the next 3 weeks. Actually, middle to end of February is when I'm going to be moving on out.
Does that mean we're going to not have the show happen anymore?
That's not what that means, Phil.
Okay, good.
I'm still going to be in Austin.
Okay, good. Well, they don't know.
That's true. I should have clarified that I'm not moving as in like relocating out of state or anything.
Right.
We will still be doing this show, absolutely.
Yes.
No, I'm just moving to a different apartment.
Yeah.
Maybe one closer to here, maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, you're already like 5 minutes away.
I know, that's true. I don't know how much closer I can get unless I live in the same
I
complex.
was saying, the same complex.
Same building, right?
There's places always in this place that are freeing up.
That's true. That's true. If one opens up on the first floor,
Yes,
let me know.
Because you have your dog.
I have my dog, Coco. She's a 13-year-old boxer, and she's awesome. And I've had her for 13 years. So technically she's 13 and a half then. But yeah, so she's awesome.
Wait, I'm confused about why you clarified a 13-year-old dog that you had for 13 years.
Well, because I didn't get her like when she was a day old. I mean, I got her when she was like 6 months old.
Oh,
And
okay.
So
Yeah.
I've had her for 13 years. I guess she's 13 and a half.
Oh, yeah, that's like my
um,
cats.
yeah. So I've had her for basically her entire life.
Okay.
She's moved around with me all over Illinois when I jumped around to different apartments and living situations, and she drove down to Texas with me 4 years ago or so. So
You know, I think about sometimes when I think about how like our animals come with us.
yeah,
I think about like otherwise, if it wasn't for us, they probably wouldn't, get around the country like
Nope.
that.
nope.
They would just stick in one area pretty much.
Pretty much. I understand people when they move, maybe they can't bring their animal with them, and so they either find a good home with a friend of theirs, or shelter. That's why shelters take in animals. And I understand. I'm not saying anything negative about people that have to give up an animal, but I just can't even. I can't even imagine moving and not having brought Coco with me.
Yeah.
Because she's
Well, that's
just
cool.
an important part of my life. But anyway.
Absolutely, she's family.
Yeah, she's family. I mean, she is.
You know what I think about sometimes when I see pictures of like animals that are from other countries?
Yeah.
I think about like I imagine that animal sounding like like they have like the accent of that country.
Of that country.
or like they have the same belief system or mannerisms of the
Yeah.
people in that. I don't know why I think that, but like if I see a Scottish cat, I just start immediately thinking
like a cat with a Scottish accent.
yes. Or somehow it is very well versed in Scottish tradition and therefore I would seem foreign to it. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
It's probably not accurate at all. I just think
I do know that
It's just funny.
animals in other countries respond to that language, obviously.
yeah, there's
Right.
that.
So I mean, if you go over
Yeah.
to Europe or Asia or Africa or whatever, another country that doesn't speak English predominantly, and you tell a dog to sit in English, it's gonna look at you like you're speaking gibberish.
Yeah.
Right. Just like if another dog, if a dog were to come here from overseas
and it barked at us, we
and
wouldn't
it barked, we
recognize
would
it.
say, "Whoa, it's a French dog." No.
Well, if it's a poodle, I mean.
No, but I think that it's weird. I mean, dogs understand what we say, obviously, because you can train a dog to sit when you say sit, or
Yeah.
shake if you say shake, or roll over. But if you try to do it in another country, it won't do it, no matter how trained it is.
I hadn't thought of that.
I've thought about that on occasion.
See? There you go. Not just me thinking these crazy thoughts. You're also insane.
I am also insane, certifiably so. Yes.
Well, good. So you're moving. That's gonna be great.
I'm moving. Yes. So right now I've been lately over the last week and a half I've been just going through some stuff and donating some stuff and selling some furniture. I'm selling a couch for anybody who wants to get in touch with me. I'm selling my couch. Not that I'm trying to hawk my stuff on the show, but yes, I'm selling stuff. I'm donating stuff and packing up my junk and.
So in short, if you want to buy Nate's couch, please send an email to NateHasAnHourToPhil@gmail.com. Subject line, couch.
Interested in your couch, yes. No, I'm only half serious on that one. No, but that's mostly what I've been up to recently.
Okay.
Prior to that, I don't think I mean, other than just working and trying to get back into shape after all the eating I did over the holidays. Yeah, just that's really about it. What about you?
I don't even know. This month's been a blur.
And folks, he hasn't been drinking.
No, that's why I shouldn't be drinking, because I'm already unaware of my surroundings as it is. So this month it's been good. I reordered a book that I made almost 5 years ago called Silver Lining, and I reordered it finally. It was out of stock for, I think, the last 2 years. And it's nice to have it back. I will say that. And I'm releasing it as a re-release event on February 18th at Dragon's Lair in Austin. And I'm excited about that because when I first released the book about 5 years ago, I did not really have much of a to-do around it. And I want to kind of give it a little bit of that now.
Sure. So remind not only our listeners, but remind me, Silver Lining, that's a compilation, a collection of strips, right?
Yeah. It's 81 episodes or strips from my Retail Sunshine series of comics. And there's a bunch of bonus material after that. So, yeah, it's a collected works type of book. There's no story. It's just a bunch of one-shots. One after the other, joke after joke, knocking you over. If one joke doesn't make you laugh, the next one has a better chance.
May or may not.
Right. But by joke 81, you're officially warmed up, and the humor can begin on page 82 when the jokes don't happen anymore.
Cease to. Yes. So it's kind of like, because I grew up with like Garfield and Calvin and Hobbes and Foxtrot, and reading those at the breakfast table. And
it's like
so it's basically just a collection of most of the time unrelated strips that
because I grew up with strips like the newspaper.
Sure, you read the funnies in the Sunday paper or whatever.
That was my introduction to comics, was not comic books. Comic books I got into when I was in like more middle school and high school.
Oh, okay.
But growing up it was strips, and I wanted to be a comic strip artist. I still want to be one. Oh, maybe one day.
One day, Phil.
Maybe
someday.
Wait a minute. So I've been planning for that, and then set up another book tour location, I should say, for March at the Half Price Books on South Lamar.
Oh wow, that's really far south.
I mean,
you sure you're gonna make it down there?
I'll be fine.
Which also happens to be in the same shopping center as
an art gallery.
Which may or may not be in your future. Huh?
Yeah, we won't go there. I'm working on it, so we'll see. I'm working on getting some work into a gallery, but we will leave that part up in the air. I don't want to jinx it. All
right. Well, I wanted to bring it up because I know our listeners will send positive, good vibrations your way.
Please send all the Beach Boys music you have to NateHasAnHourToPhil at gmail.com. Forwards Kokomo.
Kokomo.
So there's a gallery down there called Art on 5th. And
even though it's not on 5th Street.
It used to be on 5th, and they moved it, and they kept the name.
Now it's Art on Lamar, but...
No. Yes, it is Art on Lamar, but it's Art on 5th. But yes, I'm trying to get some stuff in there. They're talking with me about putting a 3-artist show together. So with another native Austin artist, and then another artist who is not in Austin, but is actually known across the country. So, that will be interesting if that works out.
Wow, look at you moving up in the world, huh?
Well, I didn't say I was known across the country. I'm saying he was known across the country. But
it's...
Right, if I get to stand in his shadow for an evening, that will be a cool shadow to stand in.
It'll be dark that evening, huh?
It will be. It's a large shadow. So, anyway, but more on that as it develops.
So, back to Silver Lining. Sorry, I drew a blank. Not really, but
it's easy to do. You just start with a piece of paper and then you stop.
And then you stop.
Pencils down.
Silver Lining. That was your first. I'm not first. Your second installment, right?
It's second Retail Sunshine book.
Second Retail Sunshine book.
Yes.
But your third overall publication.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
Very cool. Very cool.
You are learning.
So, there's these little things I'm picking up.
Right.
It only took me, what, two and a half years?
Well, I don't expect anybody to memorize my bookography or bibliography, or I think that's the right word. Probably bibliography.
Bookography. I like that better.
I like bookography.
I like that better.
Yeah.
So all right, so you have the Art on Fifth possibly in your near future.
Yep.
You have really quick tangent, and then I'll let you get back to what you've been up to over the last month.
Oh, I got nothing else.
What? Oh, fair enough. What did you recently get back from Art on Fifth? What did you drop off?
Oh yeah, I dropped off my laundry, and they really
They have a dry cleaning in the back.
It's really you wouldn't think that an art gallery would have that. They did a really nice job. They did spill paint all over my one of my shirts.
and they framed your trousers, right?
They did.
Yes,
They did.
Yes.
It was pants de l'amour. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Pants de Leon, huh?
Pants. Oh, nice. There you go. I like it. Very good, sir. I approve. Pants de Leon. Man, you put it next to the Lion King print. So I actually participated in a Kickstarter a couple years ago for Mars Attacks, and if those of you who don't know, I'm a big Mars Attacks fan, and not just the movie, but the trading cards that originated the movie to begin with from the 1960s, and the Topps trading card company still makes new cards to this day.
Really?
They do.
Wow.
And the Kickstarter was for a new set of cards. And one of the bonus items I got in my order was an original print, which is the artwork for card number 1 in this most recent set.
Oh.
So it's like a blown up version, like a 11 by 14 image. And I decided, since it was a limited signed print, only 300, and I have number 108, which is great. So I decided to get that framed at Art on Fifth, and I just got it back, and it's hanging on my wall right over there, and it looks amazing because the frame that I picked out quite literally looks like a brain. It is a molded red frame that looks like a brain.
It's pretty awesome. I have to say.
Well, they did a great job.
Yes, they did. I was with Phil. We both went down there with obviously the intention of hopefully getting it framed there. And when they were picking out the kind of what frame to do, it was originally going to be kind of a metallic, right?
Yeah, I was going to go with a shiny metal frame because there's a lot of metal in the picture, a lot of like flying saucers and the suits that they wear are metallic. So I was like, all right, I'll go metallic. I didn't even know they had this frame, and I was talking with the gal, and I asked her, I said, hey, do you ever have a piece of framing that they have samples and stuff like that? I said, do you have a sample that you've always wished you could have a reason to use it, but very few pictures would be appropriate for it? And she goes, yeah, we got this one that kind of looks like a brain. And right there, we both like stopped and
had a light bulb moment at the same time. Yeah.
And she said, it's right on front of right over here. And she pointed it out, and I went, oh my gosh, that's the frame. and right there, I tossed all preconceived notions of a metallic frame out the window, and it is now my brain frame.
Brain frame, I like that.
Yes.
It looks really good on the wall, hanging in your
Thank
office.
you.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
I have to say,
I like it.
because you did kind of a not a lime green necessarily, but a lighter green for the backdrop of the actual.
It's a neon green.
Neon green.
Or
well,
okay, not neon, but it's very green.
yes, it's like almost like grass green. Like
Yeah.
like it's very green, which is great because there's a lot of green in the picture too. Like
There is.
the what is it? The faces.
Yeah, the Martian faces are green, and
Yeah.
and it kind of goes into their red brain, which is cool because the mat is green and it goes into the red frame. So it looks very very similar.
So to connect what I'm about to ask you back to our last episode, I found out that we were talking like people who are not obsessed, but like kind of fanboys and fangirls about Harry Potter. They're called Potterheads.
Right.
Not to be confused with potheads, but
which, in case you're wondering, are people that enjoy potted plants.
Pots, yes, like they love their pots.
Yes.
Right. So
Their leader is Annie Potts. I don't know if you knew that, but she's their cult leader.
Yeah, she founded that group of people.
The potheads.
The potheads, yes.
The fans of Annie Potts and those who have potted plants.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So anyway, yeah. So the Harry Potter fanatics, I guess we'll call them, are Potterheads. And is there a label for people who are like really into Mars Attacks?
Nerds?
That's fair. Okay, that's kind of a blanket, title,
Yes,
I suppose.
Yes. I should get a blanket with Mars Attacks on it. That's what I should do next.
You could be the Martian. No, never mind. That would be that's different. That's
yeah.
no
Illegal aliens?
illegal aliens. Oh no. Okay,
Is that?
it's not.
No.
No.
Hey, there's a new show on NBC called The Wall. Have you heard about
Yes, I have. It's it's based on a true story.
that? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there actually is a show called The Wall, though.
Yes, and they made it totally unrelated, but they're making a movie called The Wall with
They are.
with Matt Damon.
They are.
Only it's very, very different.
It's about the Great Wall in
Yes,
China.
the Great Wall of China.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this conversation. This is great.
Oh, which I will be going to see because it looks awesome.
Yeah, you think so?
I'm going to go see it. One, I
I'm
think
not convinced, honestly.
I know some people are not Matt Damon fans. I personally think that he was really good in the Bourne trilogy. I guess
not my problem with it.
trilogy, but
No, that's not why I don't want to see it. It's not Matt Damon.
Well,
I don't like the Chinese.
You don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I'm glad I wasn't drinking right there.
I don't like National. I don't like Wonders of the World. I don't like them. No.
So you don't like anything to do with pyramids?
No,
or...
I'm kidding. I'm just joking. The only reason why I don't want to see it is it just looks a little
over the top.
In a way that I don't like. I feel like The Mummy was over the top. The one from
with Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Right.
That was over the top, but I feel like that movie always knew it was over the top, and it never tried to not be.
Well, I don't think this movie's going for realism.
No, but the acting feels like they think they're in a more important movie than they're in.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that.
They seem really like they've got a lot of gravitas, and then they cut away to a shot of like a million hordes of CG characters trying to climb a wall, and it just, to me, it doesn't feel like I can take it seriously. If that makes sense.
Well, it might turn out to be just a really entertaining action popcorn flick, as they call them.
You let me know.
I guess I'll be going to see it by myself.
No, I'll go see it if you want to see it.
I'm just saying that the Bob Bullock Theater is going to be showing it, and so
I do like that
any
theater.
Excuse to go to to go see an IMAX movie at Bob Bullock.
That's true.
Hey,
it sure beats seeing 50 Shades Darker. I don't want to see that at all.
I have no interest in seeing that movie or its predecessor
Right.
or read any of the books.
Right.
And for all of you men and women, hopefully mostly women, that are really into that type of,
Enjoy.
content.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
everybody.
Day to everyone.
Enjoy that.
Have fun. But yeah, so no, I'm not going to be seeing that. But I think that so a movie that did just come out that is also showing at Bob Bullock is the new Resident Evil movie. I don't know if you've seen any of the other ones, but
I have not. Somehow.
Oh, well.
I somehow have avoided all the Resident Evil movies.
Don't know how.
I don't know either.
Have you seen the Underworld trilogy?
No.
Or not trilogy, but
No.
series?
I have not.
Wow.
I don't know how.
All right.
Yeah.
You're not digging the whole like zombie apocalypse or
Not particularly.
vampires versus lichens or
I'm not against it, but it's never like drawn me.
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
That's fair.
I do like Resident Evil as a game series.
Oh, they had some really good games.
If that counts, I mean,
Had some really good games.
And I like the lady. I like the lady that is the lead actress in those movies. I just don't.
Yeah, what is it?
Is it Mila Jovovich?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can never pronounce her name, but yes, that's her. That is she. Well, anyway, it came out like 2 days ago, and I have seen all the other ones, and I'm thinking about going to go see it.
Well, I'm willing to not see the other movies and randomly walk into a movie, even though I stand against that on the regular basis. But I will do it. I'll go see a random.
I mean, maybe
sequel.
I can let you borrow the other ones and you can watch them.
I mean,
don't
that's
know.
possible.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay.
It's a lot of movies, though. Isn't it like 6 movies?
No, I think there's
25.
Yeah, maybe closer to 28. No,
Right.
I'm kidding. There's a Resident Evil, Extinction, Apocalypse, I think Resurrection, and I think this is the 5th one.
This is the last one,
It's called The Last Chapter,
Yeah.
where
Until
supposedly
they-
it wraps everything up.
until they make more money. And
Until
then
they
realize,
were like, wait a minute, we can make Last Chapter Part 2.
Right. Right. So, maybe we'll do that.
maybe not. I don't know if I'll go see it in theaters. I did enjoy the other ones, but just throwing it out there for,
Well, I would probably be more willing to see that than I would be Triple X.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh out loud
Okay.
at that.
Although I did hear that it was actually a better film than the original Triple X.
I heard that.
Which
So
is not saying much.
correct, but so they made the first one with Vin Diesel, and then they made the second one with Ice Cube, and he melted by the end of it. But
Wow. Well, that's on tape. You can't reverse that statement.
I wouldn't take that back.
Hope you're happy.
I wouldn't take that back if you paid me to.
Oh.
Anyway,
This statement brought to you by Nate's Couch. If you're looking to buy Nate's Couch, please send an email to NateHasAnHourToPhil@gmail.com.
That's right. Subject line couch.
That's right.
No, I'm kidding. I think that Ice Cube he's an actor. And
Yes, that's accurate.
and some people who are fans of the Triple X series, like a friend of mine, doesn't count that one as like a real Triple X movie, which is funny. So.
Even though it has Triple X in the title.
Yeah, but they're like, no, it's not Vin Diesel, so it's not Triple X. Anyway, so this is the third installment.
How do they feel about James Bond? I mean, there's been like 5 Bond guys. So,
yeah.
if it's not Sean Connery, it's not James Bond.
Or Roger Moore.
Right. I don't know who the first one was.
Well, there are people that will say, the only real Bond movies are...
Pierce Brosnan? No.
Oh, God, no.
No one says
Jesus,
that.
no. No.
Daniel Craig?
No.
No.
Darn it. Sean Connery or...
I just wanted to show you that I can name all the dudes.
All right, who's the first Bond?
I thought it was Sean Connery.
No.
It's the 5th guy that I can't remember his name ever.
The 5th guy.
Yeah, I just named 4 guys.
Oh. I thought there was more than 5.
I could be wrong, but I thought there were 5 Bonds. One of them was like Bond for like a movie.
Right. Yeah, but we don't. I mean,
Isn't his name like Timothy Dalton or?
Yes.
Really?
Dalton.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, and you don't know. Okay, at home you guys don't know this, but I don't know. I have not seen more than maybe 1 or 2 Bond movies my entire life. Nate's the big Bond guy. He owns like.
I own every single one.
Right, and I just named all the Bond guys off the top of my head.
I'm actually very impressed.
I don't know how I did
for the
that.
record, I'm very impressed.
I don't know how I did that. I spend way too much time on IMDb.
You do.
That was kind of cool.
It's all right. You're a movie, film actor, Hollywood actor, actress buff, I'd say.
Cool.
You have a lot of that.
I've been working out.
You have a lot. You have a lot of that knowledge tucked away somewhere that
Not as much as some people that you and I know.
Well, that's true. That's true.
There
We
are
do know
some-
a lot of film fanatics.
You know some walking, talking encyclopedias.
That is true.
And we love them. So, on a different note, I don't know where that went. I kind of wanted to bring up, we mentioned we were doing in January.
Oh, gosh, yes.
We went to go see a concert.
Yes.
A symphony.
A symphony with Austin Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah. It was actually really good.
It was, and the theme was Pokemon.
It was.
It was actually very cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So Phil and I grew up playing the games and watching the TV show and the trading, playing with the trading cards and all that kind of stuff.
All the media that Pokemon.
All the fun stuff.
All the things.
All the things, and the movies. I mean, you own more of the movies, and I've seen more of the movies than I have. Yeah. My goodness, when you first told me about it, I was like, holy crap, that's really cool.
Yeah.
They use the Austin Symphony Orchestra, and what was his name? The kind of the master of ceremonies. What was his name? I'm totally drawing a blank.
I don't remember that guy's name.
Well, he's a big deal.
He is?
Yes. Yeah. I looked him up after the concert, and he's a big deal.
In what world is he? Is it like in the symphony world? Or
like the symphony orchestras. Like he's
the guy that was kind of the master of ceremonies that night, or whatever.
Yeah. Like he's done a lot of like partnership with other city orchestra, symphonic orchestras.
Oh.
And when
That's
they
cool.
kind of do like a a film or a video kind of
Crossover, right?
with in conjunction with the musicians. Anyway, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. The music was amazing, and that's the part that matters the most.
That's true. That's true.
There are some things that weren't amazing, and I'm going to say them now.
All right, let's hear it.
Because I was griping about it all night, which will actually lead us into another segment. But I'll just gripe about this first.
Usually does.
Yeah. So they had 2 posters. Okay, this is a Nintendo-based event. I mean, they have to give their blessing. You know, it's not necessarily a Nintendo
sponsored event. No,
but you can't have the event without Nintendo being okay with it.
They signed off on it, right?
So there's 2 posters, like official posters made for the event, and they were doing signings, I guess, with the different musicians after the concert was over.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had a T-shirt, one T-shirt. All right, now here's where I have a problem with this. Now, far be it from me to say that capitalism is good, bad, or the other. I actually have no problem with it. I think there can be a lot of good things that come out of capitalism. It can spawn a lot of creativity. You know, it gets beat to death in this country, but this was an event where I expected there to be capitalism run rampant, and it frankly was nowhere to be seen.
It was non-existent.
Yeah, it was like Nintendo didn't want the event to happen in my mind, because I'm sorry, but there a lot of families, a lot of kids, right? And there was a decent number of adults who just were there to hear the music.
Yeah.
And nothing to commemorate the event, like a pin, like a recording of the music.
That's what I wanted. I wanted some sort of like CD or even a DVD of the presentation, because it was awesome. It really was.
Yeah.
How they kind of matched up the video of them playing the games. And...
Yeah, there was a giant video screen, and they showed parts of the game, and you're getting to hear the music played by an orchestra. And so, let's face it, you're not going to ever get that good of a sound out of the game. The game is I don't mind the game music. I love how game music sounds, but it's cool to hear it realized by actual instruments and not like the bleeps and bloops.
And yes, and they did some original music that they that you won't find anywhere else, frankly. So
yeah.
Most of it was from the games, and one of the cool things I really liked about it, and I was blown away because I went in there, I guess, with high expectations, because it was kind of a Nintendo event, and it's Pokemon, and I love it and everything, but it blew away my expectations. They did like a Pokemon through the ages, like a history of almost,
yeah.
And they started from the original Red and Blue, and went all the way up through Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
They mentioned Sun and Moon. They didn't do any music from it. They went through X and Y.
Yes.
Right. Right. So, and then they did kind of the last 2 songs they did were not from the games, right? But it was something that was. Remember they said it was
from the show. Actually, they did some music from the show.
Oh, that's right. They did the one the theme, the original theme. Yeah. And then they did one that was...
And they had the audience like
sing along to it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But then they did, I think, 1 or 2 original, like never been done, not in any games.
Yeah, that was something that one of the composers...
Right,
did.
One of them said, this is my favorite one, and never made it into any sort of recording.
That's right.
And I want to do it right now to share it with you.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool.
But I was amazed, beyond there being no recording, I guess I could have brought an audio recorder with me if I would have known that. But there was no program.
That's another thing.
You couldn't read about the names of the performers.
Right. There was no program. There was nothing. Not even a pamphlet.
Right. And I mean, okay, fine. You could argue that if there was a program and it was overpriced, that would have been annoying. I would have preferred there to have been an overpriced program than nothing at all.
Right.
Because at least then you can. I don't know. It just felt like it didn't matter to them. It was just a very weird... I've never been to a show where it felt so, like, just kind of... we care, but we don't care enough to do anything beyond.
Right.
This.
Like, hey, we'll put on the performance, but we're not doing anything on top of that. No
Right.
memorabilia, no program.
And it was a one-night thing.
It was a one-night thing. They said there's a good chance they might not even do it ever again anywhere
Right.
else. And
So it was almost like Nintendo wanted to see how badly people cared about it. But all I could think was, it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
You seriously need.
right.
Like, it's a global phenomenon for 20 years.
Right. You know the following.
Yeah. And you're worried because it's a symphony that people aren't going to go care about it. Like, honestly, I was glad to see that they were nearly at capacity that night.
It was pretty much a sold out theater. I mean, there
Yeah.
was probably a few empty seats, but
I asked one of the ushers. They said it was about 2,000 people that were there.
Yeah.
And that location can seat about 2,300.
okay, yeah, that's fair. That's kind of what I was thinking.
To me, you're telling me there's not somebody there that would have wanted to buy something beyond the
a T-shirt or a poster.
Right.
And honestly, the poster, I went and felt one of them because they had them over at the desk, and I was just kind of feeling the stock that it was made out of, and it was really flimsy. Like, I felt like if I had rolled it up, I would have ripped it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like,
and they weren't cheap.
and no, they weren't cheap.
So again,
I mean, they were cheap, but they weren't cheap.
right,
You know?
that's right. So I understand overpriced merchandise, but the lack of options
Effort.
and effort, it just
Yeah.
it felt very
Yeah.
much like, here's your concert.
Yeah.
Now they do put on a concert. They did, I guess, last year for Legend of Zelda.
Zelda, which I'm like, dang it! I really
Yeah.
hope they do it again because I would have loved to see that.
They're saying that they are thinking that's going to happen again.
Yeah, it
So-
might. It might.
So I'm hoping that, I don't know, that they do a little more something, because that concert comes back. It's been back 2 or 3 times.
Is that right?
Is
that what he said?
He said they've done it at least. Well, I know they did it once.
Well, right.
They
Once
might-
in Austin, but I thought they maybe did it once somewhere else.
Yeah,
Is that right?
I think they might have done it
And-
twice. So
Twice.
far.
Yeah. Okay. And so they're thinking about doing it again in Austin. I remember talking to the guy who actually was a musician up on stage for the Pokemon one, and
Right.
he said I played in the one for Zelda that we did last year or earlier. Yeah, earlier in 2016, and Phil and I were like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know they had something like that. We totally
Yeah.
would have gone."
No, I knew they did.
You know?
I just,
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I
just
didn't know. And
yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah, we may or may not do it again, but depending on popular demand and request and yada yada." But yeah, I mean, stuff like this should have something more than a T-shirt that you can take away to commemorate it, right?
Yeah.
You know?
I think if it's about the music,
Yeah.
then have the music.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. A simple CD.
How hard of a tie-in is that? And again, the reason why this is bothering me, besides the fact that I wanted to have something to listen to later, is the fact that, like, it's Nintendo. It's for them. It would have been like printing money.
Yeah.
In
Absolutely.
my opinion, you don't have to make something. You know, I get it. It's one concert, one night. Maybe they were worried about. Fine, then don't make something that's too specific. You know, do something that my point is, if you're not going to do something specific because you're worried about not making enough money, then at the very least, like, have the games available, have the other stuff,
Yeah.
have something available there, because I can tell you right now, it would have been.
Oh my gosh, people would have been buying stuff right and left.
Yeah.
They would have sold out if they actually had merchandise to sell.
Yeah.
And you got to think, and I think we were talking about this the night of, Nintendo. I mean, it's Nintendo. They have so much.
This is not a rinky-dink operation.
No, they have so much stuff, anything from toys to plushes to books to cards to games that they could have, even a magazine, something.
Yeah.
They could have had something there, and I guarantee they would have sold out. I guarantee it.
Yeah, people were buying the posters.
People were buying the posters because there was nothing else to buy.
Right.
I heard one. It was a mother and I think it was 2 young boys, and both boys had either some sort of like Game Boy or a Nintendo 3DS or something they were playing. I think one of them was maybe playing the app game, the Pokemon Go.
Oh, right.
And
a lot of folks are playing Pokemon Go.
A lot of folks, because apparently it was like some sort of hotspot that night. But
and people had the wrist accessories.
Oh yeah.
So you could have had the Pokemon Go wrist accessories sold there.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
It could have been anyway. The point is, I think they dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And but the concert itself, the part that matters the most, was excellent.
It was.
And I just hope that maybe they do it again. That Nintendo doesn't just sign off on it. That maybe they get involved more.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, I wonder if this was an idea, not Nintendo's idea, and it was brought to Nintendo, and they were like, "Yeah, sure," signed on the dotted line type of thing, but said we're not going to be, providing any sort of, memorabilia.
Right.
It's sure
Or-
if you
or
want to do
effort.
it. or effort, right? Sure, if you want to do it, slap our name on it and say, well, obviously you have to get their approval and permission for for Pokemon, but yeah, I mean, it's almost like they were like, all right, if you really want to do this, sure, go for it.
So this is one of
thing.
those things, and we're actually coming close to the end of our hour, believe it or not. But this is one of those things that I wanted to bring up because just like Nate is getting his own segment, I'm getting a segment too, and mine is going to be called Phil's Media Rant. And rant doesn't always have to mean a negative thing because I could be ranting in a positive way.
Praising something up and down about how great it is.
Right. Well, and again, this concert was great.
It was.
Yeah.
The concert itself was fantastic. Yeah. The fact that they didn't have any sort of purchasables, if that's a word, was a letdown, frankly.
Yeah.
But,
so I'm gonna do a segment where I put my request out there to the community listening. If you have any inside information as to why this was decided or anything like this, feel free to share your comments with us.
Definitely.
I'll definitely have another. I actually had another rant in mind for tonight, but we will have to save it for another day.
Oh darn!
Another day. That's okay. That means I don't have to prep for it now. I know what it is already.
That's right.
But
that's right.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to us having those two new segments going forward.
Yes, I agree. I am also looking forward to it. Do you think we have time to talk about anything else?
No, I think we should save it because we always run over.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I think we should take the last few minutes to thank everyone for joining us again. And what do you actually? I have something that shouldn't take longer than a couple minutes. Phil, what is on the horizon? Not necessarily for you in your personal life, but what do you see the future of this show over the course of 2017?
Well, this is episode 15. I want to point that out.
That's true. This is episode 15 in total.
I think we're gonna get more focused on. I think the format's gonna grow, and I think eventually it's gonna become something that we didn't see happening originally, but it'll be exciting when we get there and on the way there. Already it's exciting. I think like the fact that we've already gone through a bunch of different steps. We are going to have more guests come on.
Yes, we will.
I have one in mind already, so that person will probably be showing up soon. But I just look forward to seeing how the show sort of continues to evolve.
Well, I think like any successful show, whether it's a podcast or whatever, it has to change. It has to evolve, and you try certain things out, and maybe you keep some, and you don't keep other parts of it, which is fine because ultimately this has been what, a year and a half, over a year and a half, right? Because it was summer of 15 when we started this, I think.
I've lost track.
But
if I can check real quick.
Well, he's checking. Yeah, but anyway, I will agree that I'm looking forward to kind of where this show leads us as your hosts. And yeah, June. Wow.
Looks like we did the first episode June 8th of 2015.
Very cool.
So yeah, we're heading up on 2 years.
That's very cool. Yeah, we'll be this summer, and we'll have to do a special one on June 8th, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to put it on the calendar so we kind of plan ahead.
We should definitely plan ahead.
Because I don't think we did a 1 year anniversary on June 8th of 16.
We recorded right around the 1 year. And
did we?
And we talked about it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess we did.
It wasn't super planned, but it was
that's all right.
It was an incidental anniversary.
It was kind of hey, it's been about 12 months now, huh? Well,
yeah.
How about that? Right.
Yeah, happy 1 year.
No, but I'd say I'm excited for this show, and if any of our listeners were maybe skeptical that this wouldn't continue, shame on you. No, I'm kidding. We have every intention to continue this and make it grow and evolve and bring on more guests and talk about more fun stuff and keep those suggestions coming in. If it's feedback about an episode or a suggestion for a topic, and now that we're adding in kind of personalized segments of each episode, my beer goggles and his media rant. If you have suggestions on anything you want us to talk about in those, or thoughts of how we can make it better or different, definitely send them to the Gmail inbox, and we always check them and read them. So
don't always reply to them.
Don't always reply to them, but we'll get better. We'll get better at that.
But yeah, well, I agree. He said it a bit better than I just mumbled through that statement. So yes, what Nate said.
What Nate said. Yes.
Well, until next time, guys. Hopefully, we'll have one for you in February. I think that's
we will. It's the shortest month of the year, but we will do our best to have one in February.
Right. And until that happens, guys, thanks for listening, and Happy New Year. Happy Rooster New Year.
Happy Rooster. It's the year of the rooster.
It is, which actually happens to be my sign.
There you go. There's your sign.
There's your sign. Nice. All right, guys. See you next time.
All right, guys. Signing off.